In Jerusalem, there's a wedding hall that is run by a charity organization to help low-income families afford a modest but dignified wedding. There are two venues in the building, one downstairs and a larger, slightly nicer one upstairs. Two families, the Bazermans and Siegels, booked weddings for the same day. Since the Siegels called first, they were able to book the top floor. Weeks later, when the Bazermans called, they were given the smaller bottom hall. Sarita Bazerman was disappointed. She had a large family coming, many of them from overseas, and she thought they would be cramped in the smaller hall. She called Renana Siegel, and with a trace of desperation in her voice, asked if she would switch with her. Renana said she would discuss it with her family. Renana called Sarita back. "I'm sorry," she said, "but we can't give up that upstairs hall. We're also going to have a big crowd, and we need the space." Sarita was disappointed, but she understood and wished Renana well. 2 weeks before the wedding day, Renana Siegel started feeling bad about the situation. She sensed that having the upstairs hall was more important to Sarita than it was to her. She asked her parents again, and they said, "You decide. It will be a bit more crowded in the lower hall, but if that's what you want, it's okay with us." She called up Sarita and told her that she could have the larger hall. Sarita was ecstatic and thanked her profusely. The night of the weddings, the manager of the wedding hall got a call from a Jewish philanthropist in New York. "I married off my last child this year, and I want to thank the Almighty by paying for a wedding in Israel. I know that your lower hall is rather modest. The people making a wedding in that hall must be stressed by the expense. So I want to pay for the entire wedding for the couple who made their wedding there." The philanthropist paid for the entire Siegel wedding. The photographer, caterer, flowers, and band. Renana Siegel's selfless act was rewarded with the greatest wedding gift she could have asked for. When God appears to Abraham for the very first time, he makes him a promise. "I will make you an abundant nation. I will bless you and make your name great." The Almighty then adds two words, Vehiyeh bracha, and you shall be a blessing. The words Vehiyeh bracha were not merely a continuation of God's promise, but rather a directive to Abraham on how he must live his life, be a blessing to the world. Renana Siegel understood how to be a blessing to other people. She was willing to give up something that she wanted in order to make a complete stranger feel happy. She understood that the essence of being a Jew is to show concern for the needs of others and bring blessing to people's lives.